As the universe of the ever-popular procedural series continues to grow, a new NCIS spin-off, NCIS, Tony and Ziva, is in the works at Paramount+. The NCIS franchise launched in 2003 as a backdoor pilot on JAG, and follows the agents of the Naval Criminal Investigative Service as they solve cases that take place within the United States military system. Over its 2 decades on the air, NCIS has blossomed into a bona fide TV institution with several successful offshoots. Even as NCIS climbs past its 20th season, the franchise is reaching a new period of expansion in the 2020s with the announcement of fresh spin-offs. Instead of merely replicating the success of the original series in a new location, the latest spin-offs are more character-driven and even take place in different periods in the show's timeline. The recently announced spin-off NCIS, Origins, will chronicle the adventures of young Leroy Gibbs in the early 1990s, and the new Tony and Ziva series will bring the beloved power couple back into the story, years after they departed from the main show. As the highly anticipated spin-off continues to take shape, the latest news confirms the supporting cast for NCIS, Tony and Ziva, as well as the filming start. The 10-episode Paramount Plus exclusive drama series is currently being filmed in Budapest, though a full production timeline is elusive. It has been revealed that young star Isla G will play the co-starring role as Tony and Ziva's 12-year-old Darfa Talai, and she'll be joined by Amita Suman, Maximilian Asinski, Nassima Benchiku, Julian Ovenden, Terence Maynard, Lara Rossi, and James Darcy. Amita Suman will appear as Claudette, the chief technical officer in Tony's security firm, while Asinski will play Russian expat hacker, Boris. Nassima Benchiku will play former French intelligence officer Martin, and Ovenden assumes the role of Jonah, the Secretary General of Interpol. Terence Maynard is trauma therapist Dr. Lang, while Rossi will play Talai's caretaker, Sophie, who has a military background. James Darcy plays Henry, and he will be a high-ranking Interpol official who works closely with Tony's security force. NCIS, Tony and Ziva is confirmed. The fan-favorite couple returns. Not long after NCIS, Origins was revealed, another spin-off was announced as part of Paramount Plus' expansion of the procedural franchise. The new NCIS offshoot will follow Tony and Ziva, longtime characters from the original series who departed in seasons 13 and 11, respectively. Original Tony D'Inozzo actor Michael Weatherly and original Ziva David actor Cote de Pablo will reprise their roles and serve as executive producers alongside Laurie Liza, John McNamara, Christina Strainer, and Shelley Meals. John McNamara will serve as the showrunner for the upcoming spin-off, and will also pen the 10-episode series. It is unclear if the spin-off is intended to be an ongoing show, or if it will be a miniseries to wrap up the story of the 2 main characters. The series was tentatively titled NCIS, Europe, before finally landing its official name, NCIS, Tony and Ziva. Though the cast is filled with newcomers to the franchise, the offshoot will be led by Michael Weatherly as Tony D'Inozzo and Cote de Pablo as Ziva David, who are reprising their roles from NCIS. Joining her parents in Europe is Talai, Ziva and Tony's 12-year-old Darfa, who is played by Isla G. A slew of new names will fill in the ensemble, including Agent Carter actor James Darcy, who will play Henry, a high-ranking member of Interpol. Tony's security team is beginning to take shape with the addition of Amita Suman as Claudette, the chief technical officer. Likewise, Maximilian Asinski has been cast to play Russian expat, Boris, who is an accomplished hacker. Nassima Benchiku is playing former French intelligence agent Martin, while the role of trauma therapist Dr. Lang is played by Terence Maynard. Julian Ovenden will play Interpol Secretary General, Jonah, and Lara Rossi plays Talai's caretaker, Sophie, who has her own military background set more than a decade after both characters initially departed from NCIS. The new spin-off will catch up with Tony and Ziva as they live their lives as parents in Paris, France. Though Ziva returned for NCIS Season 17, she quickly left once again to reunite with Tony and raise their daughter Talai. The series will presumably fill in the gaps by explaining what both characters did in the intervening years and what they did while living overseas. The conflict in the spin-off will come from Tony's side of the story, as the security firm he works for is attacked by some unknown force. Few other details have been provided thus far, but it seems as if NCIS, Tony and Ziva will be a departure from the procedural format of other shows in the franchise. As more information is revealed, the full picture of what will happen in the spin-off will become more clear.